2020 Explorer ST, like I promised before. The last time I was out here on Belle Isle, finally stole it from my wife. She's actually here holding the camera, but don't want to be part of it. But it's cool. Like I said, 2020 Explorer ST. Good thing about this review is it's not on loan from Ford. We actually own this, so it'll be a part of the channel for a while. We're gonna do a lot of things to it. At least I'm gonna try to do a lot of things to it. We'll see. But this is the new rear drive Explorer, 3.0 EcoBoost twin turbo engine, 400 horse, 400 pound-feet of torque. So it'll go pretty good. It's got a 10-speed transmission. This does not have a street pack. We didn't get the street pack. The street pack gives the black wheels with the red painted calipers. I don't believe there's an upgrade on the pad. I just think there's just a pretty mode. But that also has the summer tires, which I didn't want because I'm not going to be storing this vehicle. It's going to be driven like an SUV should. It's actually a little lower than our previous. We had a 2017 Explorer XLT. It was a little more square on the top. This one has a sloping roof. And, you know, it's okay. I kind of like it, but it's a little different. You have the foot swipe. That's not working. I hate it, but you know, that's just technology. But anyway, in here, it's a little bit better than our last one because it's a little bit more storage. It's a little bit more user-friendly. I don't have to do the pull string like I'm rowing a boat to knock these seats down. I just hit the button and down they go. Slowly but surely, they down. But like I said, I don't have to do the figure out how to let the seat down magic trick. Like I said, we do use this vehicle, so all of my gear is still in here. User friendly, got storage under here. This is all configurable to whichever way you want it. You can have the hard top up. You can take all my stuff out, all my towels, all my cleaning stuff, all my gear, and we can manipulate this any way I want. Like that, you can make it hard, or you can make a compartment across. If I can figure out how to do it without breaking it. It's a lot more room in there. This one don't have the like our last one had the 2 bench seats. This one has the split captain's chairs. To let them down, it's all motorized now. Well, at least this one is. Button slides up in the back. Got the steps so that you can get in, but if you don't want to go in that way, you can still climb across and enter the 3rd row that way. So check this out. We put the seats up. I should be able to get my fat self in here. So I mean, I like this one. Actually, it's pretty good. I can ride back here. I'm only 5'7". I'm kind of short. I can ride here and be good. I think I'm good. I don't think I could ride down south like this, but I'd probably die. But I'm good right here, I think. We didn't get the sunroof. My wife was one of the chosen few to have it slightly before most people here in Detroit, so we didn't have the sunroof option. Ford moved these vents from right in the top to on the sides. Kind of gives it a view like like you ride on a bus or airplane or something. A lot of people don't like them blowing right down on the tops of their heads, but I don't have any problems with it. Let me get myself out. I worked last night, so you know it's not. Oh, it was actually easier than it appears. This does have the optional 10.1 touchscreen iPad like screen. I think it's kind of cool. I don't have any issues with it. It actually looks taller than it is. It doesn't really impede view of anything. Got the different drive modes. Has a self-parking feature. This is the automatic stop, the start-stop annoying feature that Ford has, how you turn it off. This is the traction control off if you really want to get crazy out here. This is the hill descent, which is pretty much like a cruise control if you're off-road, which I don't know why an Explorer ST would have that, but it has it. Not real fascinated with the position of the start-stop switch. I still think it should be right here, or even down here somewhere. This up in here, it just seemed like it was an afterthought. You know, it's kind of weird to me, but I mean, the truck is fine. This has the 14 speaker B&O sound system. It's pretty good. Got a nice size glove box that I got locked for some reason. We do have the shades in the back for the windows, which was a cool touch. They do make a little bit of noise when you have the window down, so you gotta get used to it. Let's see, what else? I know this vehicle is almost 5,000 pounds. This thing is 4,701 pounds. It's a heavy truck. I'm not sure why Ford makes these Explorers so heavy, but they do. Quad exit exhaust. They don't exit out the back like a normal one does. This has a hole cut out in the bottom where the flow comes down. Most people think that Ford did that just so these will stay clean. That's not the case. Ford did that because on the previous Explorer, they had a recall for gases coming out of here and going into the rear compartment, getting into this truck. You know, a lot of the police departments, they use these Explorers for their squad cars or their vehicles. And idling them, the gases were going up and going into the back rear compartment of the vehicle. So they make the gases come out the bottom. We'll see how that fares with the new police interceptor. Like I said, we'll see. This also has a 360 panoramic cameras. One of the cameras is actually under here for the side for the view. Got a camera here. You have a camera in the front. And this gives you the 360 view all the way around. We'll get in and we'll check that out in a second. For those that don't know how that works. It's a little bit different than my Ranger. I wish my Ranger had that because I can't see over that nose of that truck. But let's see, let me pop the hood. We can check out what's going on underneath. I didn't clean it. Like I said, we own this thing, so it gets driven. It's not like something that Ford loaned out. I wish they would have loaned me out one. I wouldn't have to use mine, but okay. Like I said, 3.0 twin turbo EcoBoost, 400 horse. I like how they included a strut tower brace. I think that was pretty cool. This package pretty nice. I kind of wish there was a cover on the top with a nice ST badge or something. I wish this was covered up. This is kind of exposed. It kind of looks incomplete in here, in my opinion. You know, it's just me. The battery is actually hidden under here. God help whoever has to change that. Hopefully it's not me, because it's under here. All of this has to come out to get that battery out of there. While I'm also up front, this does have the painted front grille. Looks cool today. We'll see how it looks in about 3 years because it's painted and it is subject to chips. This has the dark tail light. I mean, no, tail lights. The dark headlights. What else? Intercooler is right behind here. This does have the active shutters behind here for fuel economy that closes up after 40 miles an hour, I believe. They'll close up. Something else my Ranger doesn't have. What else? You know what? The Explorer right here. I like the way it looks, but that's about it. If you ever have to take this thing to a car wash and you got people drying it off, if they have any strings on their towel, they're gonna pull one of them letters off and take one of them right off. This should have been done a little bit better. Looks good, but functionality, I don't know about that. We'll see what they do next time. We've had a few problems already, and that's kind of not out of the ordinary with a new vehicle, but the panels are starting to come off. This one we just had replaced because Ford decided it would be smart to use two-sided tape behind here to hold this on. And there's a couple clips back here too. But also got another one that's coming off right here. So we'll have to deal with that at a later date. But otherwise, I mean, so far it's got 3,000 miles on it. It's pretty good. Has a tow package. This thing will pull 5,600 pounds if my numbers are correct. Something that I wish I got on my Ranger. Capless fuel for it, and pretty much everybody is using capless fuel now. Oh, you know, these seats, they do move forward and back. I believe they recline just a little bit too, so you know you can get a little bit more relaxation out of the front than you can in the back. It's good. This is a 7-passenger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-passenger. Ford will option in the second row bench seat at a later date, and they haven't revealed what that later date is. There's cup holders everywhere in this truck. There's a giant cup holder with tires on it. We just found out it was one right here not too long ago. Not to mention the two in the center right here. There's two in the center. Move my daughter's car seat. There's two in the center. There's one there in the back. There's also another one here. So there's cup holders everywhere. And some of them we just haven't found yet. It's a lot of things that we just haven't found out about this truck yet. In the dark, it does have the ST that will show up on the front. You can kind of see it on my hand here. Lock the doors. The mirrors do close in automatic. It's kind of cool. We'll see how that holds up in a few years. Turn signal indicators here. What else? Anything? Cameraman? Camera lady?
Well, I would just say one of the unique features that I like is having an extra plug on the inside, but looks like you're covering it very well.
There is a, what do they call it, 120 volts? This is a 110. It's a house plug. Well, I call them house plugs. You can plug in a house adapter, a wall adapter here. You do have the climate on and off, top and bottom. The heated seats. These seats are heated. They're not ventilated, but they are heated. You got the control and for the fan. That's about it. Check out this dashboard. I like the dashboard. It's like one of the things that I think Ford got right with this. And I hate to be so hard on them, seeing how that is my employer right now. But let's check out this. So this has the optional 12-inch LCD screen here, which I think is cool. So if I change my modes, it does change with the modes. So I'll go right to sport because it's a sporty truck. So I'll go to sport. I think sport looks the best because it actually utilizes the whole display instead of just that side. So you have your RPMs and you have your gear indicator. It shows you that it's in sport mode. It also gives that nice red and black look to it there. So yeah, I know the vehicle is on. So the next mode, as on sport, to show sport again, is tow and haul, which I'll probably never use with this. It just changes the gear set, or the gears, the gear ratio in the transmission to be able to pull things. I kind of like the way that one looks too. That probably should look how the normal one, that should be how the normal one looks, instead of that bland. So we go back to eco when you want to drive like grandmother, like my wife usually never does. It kind of looks normal too. It also changes the way the transmission is geared to keep you in a more fuel economy state. This is the normal. Eco. Oh no, we're back to eco. See, that's another thing. Then you got to turn this thing 2 and 3 times to move it. So now I'm back to normal. So if I turn it again, 1, normal, 2, now it changes slippery. Okay, it probably changes the 4-wheel drive up. And slippery. Then trail, which this truck had better never see as much as it costs. We'll get into that in a second. That one kind of looks cool too. I like that. 1, 2. Deep snow and sand, which we'll probably see the deep snow part of it here in Detroit here pretty soon. That looks pretty cool too. All of these other ones I think should be the normal screen. I don't like the way the normal one looks. It just look regular. Where is it? Normal. I like the animation, it's pretty cool. But see, that's it. It don't utilize this at all. You know, I really don't care about that, but you can flip through those screens. It gives me the seat belts. It tells me if any one of my kids have taken off the seat belt and currently roaming around the vehicle. It's talking about the auto start stop. Calm screen. Oh man, Ford. It's almost like they just ran out of ideas here. Cause that's what it does. This is the calm screen. It's like nothing. You could at least, I don't know. What is a, okay, Ford. I will get into that in a minute. Like, what is a calm screen though? Like, what? Fuel economy. Right now we're having an issue with the truck. It won't tell me what my fuel economy is. I think Ford's keeping that a secret. The trip, that's also not functioning right now. But that's a part of a recall that they have out right now. I think the truck still thinks it's stuck in factory mode. Tire pressure and the four-wheel drive. Then over here, well, before we can get there, this seat is also heated, cooled, ventilated, power. It's also got the massage feature, which here, once you hit that, it does pop up on the screen. You can actually select what you want. You have a circular cushion. And it also gives you the animation here of what it's doing, which I think that's pretty sweet. Full recovery. That's what I need when I'm leaving from Ford building them F-150s. I mean, this screen takes a lot of getting used to. It's not as bad as a lot of people make it seem. It don't get in your way. The nav is cool. Currently we're on Belle Isle. If I was downtown, all of the buildings would be in 3D. They're actually stand up off the map. I have the map laid down currently in 3D mode. I think that utilizes it better. This truck, you can use the apps on your phone wirelessly instead of like my Ranger. I have to plug in to use my iHeart, which on here, if you have iHeart on your phone, you can just use it without plugging your phone in. A lot of people didn't know that. I don't even think the driver and the owner knew that.